If you're with a pathological narcissist and you see them go what I call demon mode when their eyes go completely black, that is because you're dealing with the malevolent entity. What you will see is not normal pupil dilation, right? What you will see is their eyes go completely black, so there's not going to be any sclera, and the sclera is the white part of someone's eyes. There's a really popular saying which is the eyes are the windows to the soul, and what you're looking at is the darkness. It is the malevolent entity, it is the black hole energy. So their eyes don't go completely black only when they are in an argument. They will just go black because you're dealing with an evil spirit. So, personal development 101, spirituality 101. So, an easy way to think about who you are or who am I is that your spirit operating a human body with the access to different tools. And these tools are going to be your mind power, your willpower, and your emotions. So you have different faculties available to you. However, at your core, you are spirit, or you could say life force, or source energy. You are the observer, you are prana, chi, etc. So understanding that you are spirit and you have access to different faculties, then you, the spirit, use your mind to make decisions and then you act that out in the physical realm because you are not your body. You have a body. You are not your emotions. You have emotions, right? Emotions are energy in motion. Emotions essentially are an indicator of where you vibrationally are. And when it comes to your willpower, I like to think of this as the muscle that you have, the ability that you have to control yourself. So let's say you have a New Year's resolution, then you're going to have to, at one part, rely on your willpower to control yourself. Let's say you want to lose 50 pounds. A lot of people do not achieve their goals because they lack the will. They have not developed the adequate willpower to do so. It is important not to rely too much on your willpower because it's like a battery and it can get drained and it needs to be replenished. However, again, at your core, you are spirit. And you also know that you are spirit because if you go to someone's funeral, well, their body is going to be in the casket, but you do not have access to them anymore. This is why we state that your spirit moves on to another dimension. And if you take a look at this from the level of physics, then we say that energy is neither created nor destroyed, it just transforms. So when someone passes away, then their spirit is no longer occupying that physical body. When you see their eyes go completely black, it means that their human spirit, their human consciousness has completely dissociated. And oftentimes, this is accompanied by a very dark, palpable, dense, evil presence. And again, this is the malevolent entity that you are interacting with. So in this case, then you can think that where I have dark energy here at 90%, then it is 100%, right? Because the light, there's no longer any light there. So complete darkness is shining through, and that's why you see it at the body level through their eyes. I say it often on this channel that pathological narcissists are people that have accepted an evil spirit or accepted a malevolent spirit. And that is the spirit that you are dealing with. You really aren't dealing with the original human consciousness. They have simply been overwritten. And because they're filled with so much darkness, then their soul is actually dark. Understand that if someone abandons themselves, then they're also disconnecting from their soul. They are disconnecting from their mind, so they're also losing their mind, right? They're disconnecting from their willpower, so they're going to be very impulsive and compulsive people. And when we get to the level of emotions, if we take a look at this from the Hawkins scale, which is a map of consciousness, it is an energy scale, you will see where pathological narcissists are people that are rooted in their shame and they're unable to move past their pride. So what we're talking about here are negative emotions. They are stuck in a suffering state. So people that are at this low level of vibration are unable to love. One of the main diagnostic criteria for pathological narcissism is their empathy impairment. So what is the opposite of empathy? It's apathy. So they're filled with apathy, which means that they're really cold and they really do not care about anyone else but themselves. Do not expect accountability from pathological narcissists, right? Because they're not able to reach the level of courage, and it takes courage to be accountable. So what you're dealing with here is someone with pathological shame. So we're talking about pathologically low self-esteem, because anything that is pathological is the study of a dis-ease. It is the study of a disorder, right? Anything that is pathological is at an abnormal level. So what we're dealing with is pathological shame. So they have very, very low self-esteem, little to no self-esteem. And then you top that off with pride. Then you're dealing with someone that does not believe that anything is wrong with their behavior. So they have the inability to change. Someone then that does not believe that anything is wrong with their behavior won't change. And if you won't change, you won't grow. And this is why pathological narcissism or narcissistic personality disorder is regressive. It is because they're not growing. At their spirit level, there really is not enough light to shine in because they're filled with darkness. And if you see darkness on the inside, then eventually you will see darkness on the outside, because as spiritual beings, you manifest from the non-physical to the physical, right? You, the spirit, use your mind to make decisions, and then it happens in the physical realm. Pathological narcissists are stuck in victim abuser consciousness. Again, this area from shame up to pride. This is the third dimension. We're talking about low vibration energy. We are talking about negative energy, and anybody that is stuck in misery, they have to drag you down to their level because they do not have the ability to ascend. So if they do not have the ability to ascend, then you have to descend, and then you're going to be down here in victim abuser consciousness with them. And pathological narcissists do not believe that anyone is their equal. So they're going to be the abuser and you're going to be the victim, right? They want to be master, so you have to be slave and worship them. There is not much you can do with someone that did not develop past their lower ego. So while you're dealing with someone that is physically an adult, you will see that they really have the emotional awareness of a toddler. So we're talking about the ages of 5 to up to about 12 years old. You are dealing with someone with psycho-spiritual arrested development. Again, at the physical level, they continue to grow, but behind the veil, they stopped developing. As always, if you appreciate the content, please give us a like, share, and subscribe. Go ahead and save the videos. And if you have any questions or feedback, you can go ahead and leave a comment, and I'll catch you in the next video.